Hello, welcome to badatpad. We're trying me, Tri-Speed, and game content. Today we are going to take a look at the return of the King of Fighters collab. Oh, it's also really hot. I'm gonna turn my fan on, sorry. First of all, forgive me if the setup looks a little bit different than normal. I had to make some room on my desk for some things that you'll get to see when I get to 1,000 subscribers. But we're going to talk about the return of the King of Fighters collab, which came, I believe, around sometime in December last year, or of 2017, December of 2017. So it's been a solid like 6 months, 7 months. At the time, it wasn't the great collab. Now it's better. It's a pretty. You'll see. So they basically, this is what they did with the monsters. They gave all of the 6 stars, or most of them, leader skills and leader skill buffs, and I think they might have given some active skill buffs, I can't remember, but they definitely gave a lot of them leader skill buffs. And then number 2, they gave all of their pixel evolutions, because all the 6 stars in King of Fighters have pixel evolutions. They all got awakening buffs. And number 3, both forms, pixel and normal forms, received super awakenings, and they all received the same. Well, each monster, like its pixel and its normal form, have the same super awakenings. So let's talk about the event a little bit, and then we'll talk about what was new, and then we will talk about whether you should roll or not. So, let's see. The event, one really important thing to note about this event, it's a very special event. Number 1, because it's kind of a simultaneous release with Japan. They got this like on Saturday or something, like not even a week ago they got this, and it is a 1-day machine only, so you can only roll it for tomorrow, like 12 AM. Tuesday, tomorrow, today's Monday, 12 AM UTC time, UTC 8. So it's only available for 24 hours. So I think they're trying to pull like the, it's only here for 24 hours, you should roll kind of thing. Number 2, nothing in here is tradable, just so you know. There isn't going to be a trading post for this collab. So there are some updates. The egg machine is available for 1 day. We get a free roll if you are if you play the pad, you get a roll in the machine, which is nice. And it may have worse rates, but there's a dungeon, cool. I think one interesting thing is every time you clear the teams of 4 or less dungeon, you can get a Tamadras. So I may be farming Tamadras tomorrow because I'm a little short. I only have 14. I'd like to get maybe like 30 would be nice. You get skill materials. This stuff is the same. This is a terrible assist evolution. It's really bad. It doesn't do anything. Cool. So there isn't. Well, let's talk about the new upgrades. So they did get some active skill upgrades and some leader skill. Oh, just my god, it's skill. There isn't a great place to show you all these things, so I'm going to go through the updates. How do I explain? There isn't a place that like shows all the monsters with their updates like on one like card yet. I don't think PadX has updated their monster info yet, because they just checked. But let's talk about some things. So, first, I think we're going to go through the leader skill changes, and then I think I might hop over to Pad Guide. No, I have to show you the awoken skills still. Okay, so first, my Shiranui got an axe skill buff. The time decreased, and for both of her forms. Cool. I actually don't remember what her active skill is. Let's look at Pad Guide. My Shirunui's active skill was... I think she makes red. Oh, nothing that interesting. Fire Skyfall and... or Enhanced Orbs and Fire Skyfall. Right. Enhanced Orb Skyfall and 3 Fire Orbs. Not amazing. So let's talk about the leader skill changes. They basically all got some more multiplier, more attack multiplier and stuff. So... Kyo Kusanagi is now... Well, actually his is the same. He's still times 9 personal damage, but then he needs less fire combos to activate. Still not a great leader. Terry Brogard got a attack increase. Now he's a times 15 leader instead of times 12. Exact same activation requirements. What's his name? Ryo Sakazaki is now a times 12 leader instead of times 9. Leona Haydern is now times 12 as well. My Shiranui is now a times 9 leader with 7x6 instead of times 8. And Iori is now a times 24 leader instead of 20. So let's talk about... Actually, let's go through this and then I'll try to show you, do my best to show you what is good and what's not good. So thankfully, at least for the pixels, they show all the awakenings in one place. I wish Pad Guide shows Super Awakenings, but I don't think they've done that yet. So, Pixel Kyo Kusanagi, and now we can't even see the active skill, so that kind of sucks too. Kyo Kusanagi. Let's see. He has VDP, which is nice, 3 Fireball enhances, and he added a skill boost, a 7C, and a Devil Killer, so made him a lot more powerful. I think in terms of Kyo, let's actually, this might be annoying, let me go back and forth to Pad Guide, so I guess I'm going to try Pad X. He doesn't have his Super Awakenings. His Super Awakenings are at the very bottom of the post, but I believe he can have, this isn't even the right one. I believe you can get a 7 combo, a Devil Killer, or a Pick Void VDP. I wish there was a better way to show you this, but I think there is. Hold on, let me see if there's a better way I can show you. One quick second. Like they don't really, this doesn't really show it. So, I'll do my best to show you, but he can basically become a 777 combo in his main form, and he gets a VDP too. Sorry, this is unorganized. I'm not sure the best way to show this. Oh, it is. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's talk about pixels and let's talk about supers. That might make more sense. So he got a 7C and a Devil Killer, so it made him a particularly more damaging pixel option. With Super Awakenings, you can actually hit pretty hard. We'll get into that later, but this is what he got. Harry Brogard got 2 team HPs, and that's it. And he's actually not he's one of the less exciting ones, in my opinion. We're gonna skim over him. Ryo Sakazaki got a time extend and a multi boost. Fine, cool. Now he has a 2-finger pixel, which is actually a little bit hard to come by. There's not that many 2-finger pixels. Leona Haydern got a finger, so she got a 3rd finger and another VDP, which makes her hit pretty hard, similar to Narukami Yu, a double VDP, cool. And Kyo Kusanagi actually can be a double VDP too, but more on that later. Mai Shiranui got a multi-boost and a cloud resist, so I think she's one of the few monsters, the 3rd monster that does have a built-in cloud resist that's not Super Awakening. And lastly, Pixel Yagami got 3, so now he's just 3 Awakenings. He is a triple skill boost, and he has an attacker killer. And he already had a 7 combo, so he also can put out pretty good damage against attackers as a Pixel. Lastly, all the 6 stars got Super Awakenings, so these are what they are. Kyo Kusanagi can become Bind Immune, which I thought he already was. I guess he wasn't. I guess he was not Bind Immune, which is fine. He can get a 7 combo, so his main form can become 777, and he can get a VDP. So his main form could become 777 and VDP. His base form can also become 777 with VDP, or 17 with 2 VDP. Pretty cool. Let's see. Tree Brogard can get a 7C, the scroll is 2, we don't care, and Team HP. So he can actually give a lot of enhanced Team HP. I think times 15%, or 15% boost Team HP with his other Awakenings as a Pixel. Let's see. Ryo Sakazaki gets scrolls is fine. Skill Boost Plus, I would probably take the Skill Boost Plus just looking at those. The Skill Boost Plus is pretty nice. Leona Haydern, has gotten some pretty nice ones. She can get a follow-up attack, which is really cool, and a 7 combo, and a bind resist, which is a lot. Mai Shiranui can become bind immune. It gets a 10 combo awakening, and also L damage, which isn't good. I would probably go for either one of the first 2. And Iori got 7C L, which I wouldn't get. I would go for 7C for him for sure. Okay, so now that we've gone over what's good, we're gonna what we have. We're gonna talk about what's good to roll in this collab. So there's definitely a few chase cards in here. I actually wrote them down, so these are what they are. This is just my own notes. Let me go into it. So Kyo, both forms of him are actually really good. We're gonna try to remember the Super Awakening. So Kyo, as you can see, is already a very potent fire follow-up attacker in his base form. He has double 7C and follow-up attack, which is amazing. Amasu, like 2 fingers, great. And also a devil killer, so he's gonna be hitting pretty hard. His active skill is one of his really main good selling points, which is the bicolor board of fire and hearts, which is unique to him. And lastly, his Super Awakenings can make him really powerful. He can get 777s, or he can get VDP. If he gets the 777, he would become kind of like Zella, who is a bicolor with greed and hearts, 3/7 combos, and a follow-up attack. If he gets the VDP, he kind of becomes Ilmina E with a follow-up attack. So double 7 combo with a VDP, which is a lot. Or kind of Yusuke, a mix of like Yusuke, Ilmina, kind of, you know, like bicolor, double 7 with like a VDP, you know, well, more like Yusuke, I guess. Yusuke with a, I guess he's more like Zella and Yusuke together, which is like with double 7C and a follow-up attack. So he's a very potent fire sub. In terms of fire monsters you can use him with, you can use him with Mai Shiranui, who is coming up later. You can use him on Trelo, you can use him on Madu when that comes out. The pixel form is also very good. They're both quite good. So this pixel form, he still keeps his bicolor board change, which is amazing. I didn't actually know that. A bicolor board change of fire and hearts, and he can get a 7 combo, or VDP or unbindable. I'd probably go for the double VDP here. Yeah, I'd probably go for double VDP on this one. It'll give more damage than the 7 combo, and probably when you're using Q, you probably want to mostly be using him for the VDP, so you're going to be making that anyways, and you might not be needing the 7 combo. Both forms of Q are very good. It kind of depends what you want to use him for. The one main good thing about the pixel form over the other one could get a VDP, but you can't use it in co-op because Super Awakenings don't work in co-op mode. He'd be very strong, kind of like an Ilmina style sub in solo with a VDP, Super Awakening, that kind of thing. If you want a more standard fire VDP, you can use him as the pixel form. And I believe there aren't too many other good fire pixels. Echidna doesn't count because he's your elite, but a damage dealing fire. But he does have a killer, which is very beneficial. Overall, I want to say Ilmina as a pixel is better than him, but you can use this guy in co-op, and you cannot use Ilmina as VDP in co-op. So either of the two forms would be good. If I got him, I'd probably keep him as the sub, since I do play single player a lot. I do have Ilmina, the main form, and I would kind of like to have that double 7C fire main attribute monster. Another good one is, let's talk about Mai Shiranui. Mai Shiranui became quite good. Her leader skill is about Joyra's level, and she's very similar in that she takes 2 colors to activate her leader skill, which is fire and light. Even more similar, let's see, an end shield with 7 combos. I forget when Joyra's shield starts. I think it's around something similar. Also similar to Joyra is that Mai Shiranui can get a 10 combo awakening as super rating, so like a 7x6 10 combo awakening kind of thing. Joyra, in my opinion, is still better. Number 1, because you can use Joyra in co-op without super awakenings. Number 2, because with Mai Shiranui, if you want to use her as a leader, you're going to have to pick between her being unbindable and her having 10 combo. Now, if you do roll Mai Shiranui, you could run the unbindable badge and go for the 10 combo awakening, and you can get the best of both worlds. But again, both of those things will not be useful in co-op mode, where badges and super awakenings do not count, or are not counted. In terms of good pairings with her, I think one of the better pairings is available only in JP in Japan, which is Hajime no Ippo, or I guess Ippo, that monster. Trela would work well with her too. You know, just stuff like that. Yeah. So that's cool. Don't know what to say about her. What did I say? Was her other form good too? Yeah. I'd probably keep her as the main one, or as the main form. The pixel form, let's take a look at it really quick. Pixel form has an interesting board change. This board change is actually really good for Yuki, from the Persona collab, but I don't think that's good enough to make it a pixel 4. Especially because she doesn't get any great... She doesn't get any killer awakening. She does get the 10 combo, but you're going to have to run her with 7x6 a 7x6 leader if you want to use the 10 combo awakening effectively. Especially if you're trying to make a pixel and 10 combos, it's probably not going to happen, so probably better as the main form. Unless you really need this specific board change, which you can get from Estrella too. Let's see who else. Leona, both of Leona Hadron's forms are good. The pixel one is the one that is more buffed, but let's talk about the main one first. So the main one is not famous, but it is notable because it has a Fujin style active, and it also has a spike as well. So ignore void damage for 1 turn, or damage absorbed for 1 turn, and attacker and devils attack ×3 for 1 turn, which is a modest boost. Her awakenings are kind of like Ilmina Balboa-y, very similar to Ilmina actually. Like 4 killers, which is a lot, and I believe she can actually get, what's her other super awakening? Let's see. No more killers, but she can get a 7C. So the 7C with like all those killers is like insane. For instance, all the radar dragons do share dragon and god typing, so you could bring her against them. With a 7C, you'd be doing like way too much damage. So think like Ilmina type damage. And she has a machine killer too, which Ilmina does not have. Keep comparing things to Ilmina. So she's quite good. I would probably go for the 7C awakening with his main form. Pixel form is the one I think that got buffed. So she, by the way, makes a Zuo style board change. Zuo style plus Hearts board change with the same spike. No more Fujin style active though. So if she's your only Fujin style active, maybe keep her the other form. So she has 2 fingers, which is nice as a pixel, and the pixel awakening. For super awakenings, she can get follow-up attack, which is actually great, kind of cool. I probably wouldn't use her as a follow-up attacker. I'd again spring for the 7 combo awakening, especially if you're going to use her as the pixel form. Yeah, I think her main form is better in my opinion. Just in my opinion, I think there might be. Well, who's a better dark pixel? I mean, if you have like Valentine's Day, like that's automatically probably better. Sephiroth works too, except Pixel Sephiroth is pretty good too because he has killers, and this pixel formed. Oh, sorry, I forgot she has more awakenings. I was thinking like, why did I write that she's good? Because she has more awakenings, of course. Okay, let's talk about my Shinuri's. Oh, here's my Shinuri's extra awakenings. They weren't that good anyways. Oh, so she already has 2 VDPs. And 3 fingers. So that makes her kind of Narukami-ish, which is pretty good pixel if you're looking for a dark pixel. Especially if you run the 7C awakening, she'll be pretty good as a dark pixel, if that's what you're looking for. Moving on to the 4th good one is Ryo. Ryo, I think, is he mainly shines actually as the pixel form. Let's actually find his main one just so you can get a refresher of what he does. His leader skill isn't that good. His active skill is good. Not that good. Makes a row of lights and no skyfall. He'd probably be best suited as a sub with for a light row based team, but actually his pixel form does a little better. Looking at his pixel form, the main really cool thing about him that they didn't buff, he's kind of always had this, but he makes the top row into light and the bottom row into light. So he actually makes 12 light orbs more on a 7x6 board. I think it's pretty notable because it definitely guarantees pixel activation, number 1. Number 2, it's good for farming when you have like when you make a full board of something and then like bam of 2 rows, you can make combos pretty easily if you're trying to bypass a combo shield when you're farming something. Although other monsters do that, like Kalru. But I think it's pretty nice because I think he's maybe the only light monster that makes, the only one that makes 2 rows of lights, and that's pretty good for leads like Narukami-yu or Amino Minakunushi, because if you can pop the active and then like kind of mess up 1 row and use the bottom row, and then next turn use the top row, so it'll work for like 2 turns worth if you want to. It'll also work pretty well in like co-op mode if you and your friend are both running a light row based leader. You can use 1 row, they can use 1 row. Something like that. And his awakenings are actually pretty nice too, as I recall. Yes, he does get a multi-boost, so definitely great in co-op as a pixel. Get a nice 1.5 damage and that interesting active and the Well, he won't do that much damage as a... What is his supers? Did he have good supers? No damage increasing supers. I'd probably want the skill boost plus with him, and probably use him as a pixel just for the active skill. Yes, the active skill. He'd be an okay BDP sub. Not amazing. 1.5x personal damage isn't that great, but he does give light rose, which is something. So he's probably one of the target ones too. I think his active is pretty nice to have. And lastly, let's talk about some other things that are like okay rolls, like not bad rolls. Those four are like the chase rolls, and these next ones will be the okay runs. So Iori, let's take a look at his pixel form. So Iori, I think his good form now is the pixel one. He is a decent leader. If I got him, I'd probably use him as a leader just because I like to use different leaders. It helps change up from the Yusuke monotony. But his pixel form I think is the one that became pretty good. Looking at his pixel form here, he has 7C and attacker killer and VDP, which is a lot, and 3 skill boosts and 2 fingers. That's like a lot all in one card. I think on top of that, what does he have? You can also go to 7C, so we can become a double 7C pixel with a killer. So that's pretty nice. Pretty strong pixel. Let me see what his active skill is as a pixel. It's okay. It enhances all orbs. It's not that good. It looks very similar to his other one, as what I recall. Huh. No, his other one's better. His other one is a rainbow board change, which suits his own leader skill. So again, it's up to you which form you would take. He's not a bad pixel at all. It'd be nice if it was a board change active, but he does almost guarantee pixel. If he makes 8 dark orbs, he almost guarantees his own pixel. And again, if you super awaken him for 7C, then he'll be pretty strong as a yeah, pretty strong as a pixel. Lastly, I think Terry's pixel is okay too. So he does have 2 enhanced HP, which is cool, and he can also get a 7C, as which I'd probably go for. I'm just trying to meet some kind of health threshold and maybe go for the team HP. And Terry's, let's take a look at Terry. Change left to fire right players. Okay, it's not the worst. It won't make enough for a pixel probably. That ends up being 5 fires, which isn't enough for his pixel. It's not that much. So depending on how lucky you get with the rest of your board, it can guarantee his own pixel. I don't think Terry Brocard had anything interesting as a leader either. So we're just gonna probably not talk about him. Fire recovery, clericy, not super clericy, but kind of. Fire and light, 501E. 501E Firelight. He's like a Tsubaki but better. And lastly, let's talk about the 2 other good 5 stars that they're not bad. So one of them I think is, oops, I clicked on the wrong one. Not this guy. Oh, he's terrible. You don't want him. I think there was something good against this guy. So this is one of his forms. +1 combo for 2 turns. Oh, they have the same active. I think they were good for their inherit. So this guy, his inherit's not bad. 2 turn delay plus the 1 combo count for 2 turns. Not bad as an active. It's not like amazing, but it's not like terrible. Like the other ones probably don't have any. I think this was the other one. A board change, cool. I think it's a unique board change. I think it's the only tricolor that just does like the 3 main elements. Not that I know exactly what that would be used for, but it's an option for sure. Yeah, those 2 are like decent inherits. Everything else, I don't think there's anything that good about them. Not that those 2 are spectacular either. Okay, so moving back to the event page, the question is, should you roll? Since there's no can you trade question because you cannot trade, or should you trade because you cannot trade. Should you roll? Super Godfest is highly speculated to be coming soon, maybe this weekend or next weekend. I'm guessing next weekend, so in like 13-ish days. I personally am 50-50 on whether I would roll. As an endgamey player, there's some things that would be kind of nice to have, like, what's his name? The red guy. I think it's Kyo. Kyo Kusanagi I would love to have. I don't have a good firepower attack. That kind of bicolor board is nice. I think I would love Leona. I really wanted Leona when she first came out. I still would like her. She seems pretty strong as a sub. She would do a lot of damage. As well as being usable as a Fujin style active. As sub and an inherit, so I would like her. I also wouldn't mind Ryo for my Yunar Kami team. For his active skill. And I don't have a solid 7 my 6 lead, so I wouldn't mind Mai either. Do I need any of them? No, I do not need any of them for my current teams. Like Kyo is like a side grade for my Trelo team. My Trelo team, like I already have a bunch of double and 777 monsters. They are all dark, but if I got Kyo, I could maybe swap it over to a main attribute fire team. I could run Ilmina, Enra, Kyo, and something else. Probably I would still run, probably run Ren Amamiya though, because he's my best fire cleric. Leona, I don't need Leona. If I need killers, I have Ilmina. If I need Fujin style active, I have Fujin and 2 Lukes. Ryo Sakazaki, I don't need him either. I have enough board changes that make a bunch of light orbs, so I don't need him. And I think Iori as well I would like, but I don't need that lead skill. Oh, these could be so interesting to use though. And my Shinui, I don't know, Joy would be better in my opinion. So I don't need her for anything. Like she doesn't like make or break any teams. I would still prefer having a Diablos over Mai as well. I don't know who I would pair Mai with. I would probably pair Mai with, if I got her, maybe another Trelo, but I don't see too many people using Trelo as leaders. I think I'm like one of the few, even though she's not bad. Anyways, so I'm kind of 50-50, like I don't need any of this stuff, but like it'd be cool to have. And in terms of rates, it should be a 15% diamond rate, 2.5% for each of the 6 stars. So it's higher by 1.5 times, or a 50% higher diamond rate than both Magic the Gathering and Persona, which are the 2 more recent collabs that we've had. So more likely to get diamond. 2/3 of them are pretty good chase cards. 2 of the other 2 are not bad to have. So I'm kind of 50-50 about whether I should roll personally. You do what's good for your box. Ask yourself, do you need them? Are you an NIEP or IEP? That kind of question. If you're NIEP, save Super Godfest. Getting GFEs that will always be continually updated and being able to trade is pretty nice. So I think that's my opinion. Yeah. I think in terms of tier list, my Shiranui is probably going to get in the S rank. Yeah, with her Super Awakening, she gets pretty good. She can become unbindable, so... Yeah, so actually, let me know if you guys want me to roll. Like, I'm kind of 50-50, leaning towards no. Let me know if you think I should roll or not in this collab. The main benefit is that you guys get a rolling video. If I did roll, I'd roll to get until I get 1 diamond and then stop. So let me know if you have a strong opinion about whether I should roll or not roll, and I will take your opinion into account and maybe have a rolling video tomorrow. So with that, I think that's it. I think the main thing for me is I'm going to farm Tamadras from this, because I would like more Tamadras. Yeah, so that's it. Let me know if there's any monster, if you're going to roll as well, and if there's any monster that you are really dying to get from this collab. And I think that's it, so I'll see you in the next video. Later.